a hospital company with us. You might want to listen in to the conversation. Krishna Institute of Medical Sciences is the company, is the first corporate that we are speaking with today. What are current occupancy levels like, and how is business coming through? We have, Dr. B. Bhaskar Rao, Managing Director at Krishna Institute of Medical Sciences, joining in to take some questions. Mr. Rao, thank you very much for your time. Great to have you with us here. Thanks very much for coming on. Could you tell us how have the first 2 months of the fourth quarter panned out, especially for the Nagpur hospital, Mr. Rao, if you can start there, because that is the one asset out of which there is a lot of expectation that ramp up will happen and it will start contributing to numbers in a much bigger way. That's a 300 plus bed hospital which you acquired in September of 2022. What's the status in the first 2 months of Q4?
Good morning. The first 2 months of Q4 is better than what we expected. Any new place, whether it may be in our home place like in Andhra and Telangana or outside, what our vision is that whenever we acquire, it will take about 1 or 2 quarters to set right, build our culture and make it more efficient operationally and cut down all the costs and what are the unnecessary expenditure, and also get the new talent and also add new therapies. Even though that we are being on the line, it will take about a couple of quarters to establish. So we are on as we planned, we are doing everything accordingly. So now the ramp up when compared to the last 2 months of this quarter is very promising, and we are delivering what we are expecting. We are very, very happy that the way what we expected, we are doing much better than what we expected. But another 1 or 2 quarters will turn around the best in our own acquisitions.
Could you, Mr. Rao, give us some specific numbers? I think the monthly run rate was about 13-14 crores, a revenue run rate. What was it in January? What was it in February? What were occupancy levels like? I think they were at about 55% or so. Just some numbers would help, sir, for Nagpur.
Yeah, basically what happens as I mentioned that we are in the nearly 4 months right now we have been there. We need to set right few consultants who are not required to add more in the same department. We are acquiring them. Even if we are able to issue as appointment letter, they have to resign and come back. It will take little time. So in these 2 quarters, definitely what we expected is growing, and moving forward, you can able to see the much better results in the next 1 or 2 quarters. But in the last 2 quarters, definitely there is an improvement. Last 2 months, and we are also asked to look into the changing of the payer mix and trying to get more and more cash and insurance patients. A lot of corporates are there. All those things, usually it will take a couple of quarters to establish ourselves. The growth starts once we acquire from 3rd quarter onwards.
Okay, all right. Hi, Dr. Rao, good morning. But we are not getting that occupancy number. Could you tell us, as of quarter 4, what is the occupancy as of now?
Quarter 4 is around nearly 45-50% is there on the occupied beds. We have 330 beds. Out of that, 250 is the operational beds. In this operational beds, we are around nearly 60% is the occupancy. Whenever there is a need, we can able to increase our operational beds. So moving forward in the next 2 quarters, we may touch about 70-75% of the occupancy.
All right, Dr. Rao, for the entire company, on the whole, I'm trying to get that number. I think you're referring to some of these acquired assets, the occupied beds, because the reference point we have is as of quarter 3, you were at around 68% occupancy. So what is it now for quarter 4?
It will be above 70 plus. The reason
70% as of now.
Yeah,
got
70
it,
plus.
Yeah. Okay, what about the average revenue per occupied bed? You were guiding for around 29 to around 31,000 odd. It's still in that range?
Yeah, it is the same. See, basically we have so many hospitals. The average revenue per operating bed varies from unit to unit, where we are in districts like Telangana, is very high as compared to all other hospitals of the metro. Whereas in Andhra, we have a lot of sleep patients. So the average revenue per bed will varies from 10,000 to nearly 45,000 rupees is the variation from unit to unit.
Okay, all right. So on an average, it's around the 29 to 31,000. We got that. International patients or medical tourism for you is not a large part. You've mentioned this in the past as well. I think it was only around 1%, but you were looking at taking that up to high single digits. So for FY24, what is the target that you have from international patients? And are you seeing a lot of inquiries coming?
There is a lot of inquiries are coming now. Because of the air connectivity and as we have a lot of patients domestically is available, we haven't concentrated so far. Now we are moving into the Maharashtra and Bangalore. Definitely, now we are putting a ground to see that once these two units are going to up and running, we will try to focus more and to bring the international patients.
So you think by in FY24, FY25, you can see around 5%
24,
contribution
25,
coming in
I
there?
think definitely. From 24 to 25, there will be definitely a growth.
Around 5% odd of your total revenues?
May not be 5%. We'll start with now, as of now, it's around 1%. Maybe
Okay.
slowly 2 to 3% may reach up to 5 to 6%.
Got it. All right. Final question then, Dr. Rao, before we let you go. What is your total bed capacity as of now, taking into account these acquisitions that you have done? And where do you see this number headed? Are you still on the prowl? Are you still looking at inorganic growth?
So as of now, we have with these acquisitions about 4,000 beds are there. Out of that, 3,000 is the operational beds. And we are also adding in the next 2 to 3 years about nearly 2,000 beds as we promised during our roadshow. And in the beginning of IPO, we are all on track. What all we want to put in Maharashtra, in Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, we are maybe another 2 to 3 years down the line, total bed strength will go up to 6,000 beds.
Okay.
Mostly brownfield and semi-brownfield, except one Nasik greenfield.
Yes. You said 6,000. By when, sir? You said?
25.
FY25. Got it. Mr. Rao, thank you very much. Good speaking with you, sir.